In Namibia, Hage Geingob has won the 2019 presidential election with 56% of the vote, according to the Electoral Commission of Namibia. Geingob survived the country's biggest corruption scandal, an economic recession, and a fractured ruling party. He was seeking a second and final term in the November 27th election. Geingob avoided a potential runoff against a member of his own party, Panduleni Itula, who was running as an independent. He garnered only 29% of the ballot. The White House says it will not participate in Wednesday's impeachment hearing by the House Judiciary Committee. Committee Chairman Gerald Nadler invited U.S. President Donald Trump and his counsel to attend the committee's first hearing as the impeachment inquiry moves into its next phase. While no one expected Trump to attend, he plans to be at a NATO summit near London this week. White House counsel Pat Cipollone is also declining the invitation. Cipollone says he will reply by the end of the week on whether the White House would appear at future hearings. Nadler assured Trump and his counsel in his invitation letter last week that he remains committed to ensuring a fair and informative process. Wednesday's Judiciary Committee hearing will focus on the constitutional grounds surrounding impeaching a president. Donald Trump faces a process that could end with his removal as President of the United States. Impeachment hearings underway now in the House of Representatives are just the start of what is prescribed by the U.S. Constitution. In today's installment of American Impeachment, VOA Steve Redisch has an overview of what is taking place.
Impeachment. The word has been around since mid-16th century England. It means to challenge credibility or validity. Impeachment is mentioned 6 times in the U.S. Constitution, but the document does not specify how it is to be carried out. Article 1 of the Constitution gives the House of Representatives, the lower but larger of the 2 chambers of Congress, the sole power of impeachment. The House investigates and then drafts articles of impeachment. A simple majority vote of the now 435 members is required to impeach. Impeachment does not automatically mean removal from office. Once the House approves articles of impeachment, the upper chamber of Congress, the Senate, holds a trial. From the U.S. Supreme Court, the Chief Justice of the United States presides over that trial. 2/3 of the 100 senators are needed to vote to convict and remove from office.
Removing the President of the United States before an election is a drastic thing, and the Constitution does not want it to happen often. So they put in a very high bar, the 2/3, 67, and yes, it would have to be both parties.
Article 2 of the Constitution sets out the criteria and punishment: removal from office on impeachment and conviction for treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. 14 U.S. judges and 1 justice have been impeached. 9 were convicted and removed. 4 U.S. presidents have faced an impeachment inquiry by the House. 2 were impeached, none were convicted. Andrew Johnson was impeached in 1868 for firing the Secretary of War over the objections of the Senate, amid repeated clashes over civil rights for newly freed African American slaves. More than 100 years after Johnson's impeachment in 1974, Richard Nixon resigned before an impeachment vote could take place in connection with a break-in at Democratic Party headquarters and the subsequent cover-up of the crime. Bill Clinton was impeached in 1998 for lying under oath about a sexual affair with an intern. And now Donald Trump is facing an impeachment inquiry in the Democratic-controlled House for soliciting a foreign government to investigate a political rival. Impeachment hearings are underway, with a vote likely before the end of the year. Steve Redisch, VOA News.
Be sure to join us Tuesday when we bring you part 2 of a process that could end with the removal of Donald Trump as President of the United States. The impeachment hearings that are underway in the House of Representatives represent the beginning part of what is prescribed by the U.S. Constitution. VOA Steve Redisch will explain one of the more vague aspects of impeachment: high crimes and misdemeanors.